Listen. So before we dive into my show, I need you to understand a few things. The Savon experience is just that. The Savon experience. So be warned. These are my views, my thoughts, my opinions. So listen, don't take it serious. Don't get too upset. It's for entertainment purposes only, boo-boo. I don't really know you like that. You don't really know me like that, right? So we gonna be cool, right? We ain't gonna get mad, right? Because we know. I just speak what I think. So calm down. Chill out. It's just entertainment. You know, girl? So, keep it cute. And if you gonna listen from a place of love. Don't get too mad. Ooh. Well, listen, y'all. I want to thank y'all for joining the Savon experience, honey. This is going to be a watch and respond episode here. And with this, I want you guys to know that we're going to be watching Maddie in the Morning. This is a show by T.S. Madison. I'm going to bring my Maddie Mob sister in, honey. Give me a 1 second. Woo!
Hey.
Sister, you've been on my mind. Oh. Look, Shayla been untold us. Huh? Thanking y'all. That's what Shayla been untold us.
You know.
But listen, here's what I'm doing. I didn't get to see Maddie in the morning this morning because I was working. I know you was working as well. But you know, some of our Maddie Mob families was like, "Oh my God, are you watching? Are you watching? Are you watching?" I was like, "No, I can't. I'm on a call." And from what I understand, the show was called All Things Black.
Mm-hmm.
So, with everything that's going on in the world, I wanted us, two specific, beautiful trans girls, to watch, see, and just kind of give our response. It was a very interesting show this morning. Her shows are always interesting and entertaining. And once again, if you guys aren't subscribed to T.S. Madison, please, T.S. Madison TV and T.S. Madison N, make sure you guys are subscribed and you are checking out her content. I can honestly say that, you know, I have watched her for years. And since the COVID, she's been doing Maddie in the mornings and different days, different things. And today, I mean, with everything that's going on in the world, today, I understood it to be a very very out the box, like, oh my God, I'm going to tell you how I feel today. So I want to see it. Like I said, I saw a little bit of it in the beginning and I was like, woo, I had to stop because I was on calls. But I just want to know if you would join me in watching and having some commentary about some of the topics. We're not critiquing the show, it's the topics themselves. And just our thoughts. So I'm going to bring up the screen now. And we're going to get it started.
Sounds good to me.
Yes, Maddie in the Morning. Okay, I think I have it queued up to where. Let me get it to where. There we go. Okay.
All right.
Ooh.
Yes, honey, y'all live for that.
And that new intro, I love that new intro.
First of all, I don't know what
her intro.
Go back and replay. Yes, y'all like that.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yes, y'all love it. Maddie in the morning.
I didn't see it. Oh my God! Wait, let me go back.
You just passed it.
Okay, I'm gonna start it right here. And see, I wasn't trying to capture that. Okay.
We having jagged edge and all kind of goddamn problems on in this.
Oh no, I don't want that. I didn't want to catch all that, girl.
Yes, y'all love it. Maddie in the morning. Maddie.
Did I miss it again?
Maddie in the morning.
Girl.
Maddie in the morning.
Okay.
Here it is. You gotta start it from the beginning though. That's the end of it.
That's the end of it. Oh. I'm gonna get it together in a second, honey. Then people go back to why you didn't get this shit together before you got on here. Okay.
Maddie in the morning, Maddie in the morning, Maddie in the morning, Maddie in the morning, Maddie in the morning. What? Wait, hold on. What time is it? Whatever time it is, it's morning. It's 9 o'clock somewhere, bitch. Get in here and watch the show.
Okay. And y'all need to go watch the show.
All right.
She gave us
Yes, honey, y'all live for that.
God is from beyond. God is from beyond.
I don't know what had happened. I had to go back and replay the bitch. Yes, y'all like that. Let me see my instrument. Yes, y'all like it. Y'all love it. Maddie in the morning, 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 Maddie in the morning. Whoa. Motherfucking song, girl. It's probably I fucking in the living room.
Oh, there she go.
I fucking in the living room.
She better come on with the tea.
Oh, I'm making it while it's spirit on.
Oh, I can't.
Good morning, y'all. You know, listen, it's morning somewhere. It's 9 o'clock over there in California. So we're running on PST time, on EST time by way of CFT. That's color folk time. Speaking of color folk time, ladies and gentlemen, this morning there's a lot of shit going on. Okay, we talking all things colored.
This is what I heard, girl. I heard
all things black. This morning, everything. Not some things, but everything black. But before we start talking about everything black, I need to let y'all know that our show would not be possible without the sponsors. Okay,
I'm gonna skip through the sponsors. Okay, we're on.
Okay, sounds good.
Yes, go through that.
I know y'all. There was a segment I used to have on my show called Real Talk that me and Diamond initially supposed to have started. See, this is how we finna really get into.
Hold it for a second.
Hold it
for a second.
We just had to auto-focus it.
I never knew she had that the talk in the morning or whatever she called it, the Real Talk. I never knew that.
I didn't either, and I don't know what this is in the middle of the screen. What is this? I didn't know either. So
maybe I don't know what that is, but I never knew it. That all things. What is it called? Real something.
Real Talk. I think
the camera don't pay it no mind to be gone in a motherfucking minute. But this is Diamond.
She already told us.
Not the Diamond last year. This is my cousin Diamond. Okay.
Her cousin cute.
Initially, see, a lot of y'all that don't understand. You say I ain't that much darker, most unforgettable jazz. I know. Uncolored.
Family tea. Very much family tea.
But for you guys that are watching, back in the day, once again, I'm going to talk about my old YouTube channel. My old YouTube channel that housed all of my
That's
videos.
why we didn't know. I think it's the channel that she said. I
wasn't vlogging. I wasn't doing, reviews on stuff or talking about stuff before I got with the other person.
That thing.
You don't know nothing about me. You just stumbling across me.
Not our lashes.
We're having roundtable discussion, talking about things, events, issues, and whatever. Diamond and I was supposed to initially start that together. It was called Real Talk. That's what we was that was what, back in 2007?
Long time ago.
2007, I think it was. It had to be something. Something was going on in between the sheets in the home. I don't know. But it was initially supposed to start with Diamond's friend.
Oh God!
Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about this story because we talking about motherfucking things. We talking about all motherfucking things black.
So Maddie's on it today, honey girl.
So you get in the screen.
She ready to
talk to him.
She give you the sugar honey iced tea.
This subject, Diamond, but I'm gonna talk about it this morning.
All right, you promote her book. Yes, speak life.
Yes, but I'm gonna talk about it this morning. So I
like her hair. Her cousin's Diamond's hair. Her whole look
on my YouTube channel. But we were gonna do it together. It was called
Very Elegant.
I ended up doing Real Talk.
I like it.
No, don't put no comments up because this finna get real ugly. We finna go do all thing. We gonna put the comments up
when Mama turns off, when Sis turns off the comments, girl. I can't say Mama because we the same age. When she turns off the comments, she's about to get for serious.
Do we have a choice?
So initially,
get real quick.
together. It was Diamond. I don't know her friend. What's your friend name? You don't want to call her name? Okay, well, I'm going to call her that bitch.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
So it was me, Diamond, that bitch, and it was another person?
No, it was me, you, and her. It was three of us.
It was supposed to be three of us.
Round
table talk.
In the green room.
It was
the first red table, baby.
The women.
Yes.
Right?
The original.
Diamond's house, because Diamond was
okay.
She said, okay.
Introduce her to somebody
that you were courting at the time.
He was courting me. Let's get it correct.
Okay, he was courting you at the time. They were courting
each other.
When I walked in the house, unsaid bitch was in there with her child. I don't know what Diamond had told this pussy asshole.
Oh God,
she said unsaid bitch.
But this pussy asshole felt some type of way about me, bitch, because I was trans. I didn't know this stuff until Diamond called me and said, we can't go forward with the show.
So, have you ever ran into someone who had issues with you just because you were trans that was of the, genetic female persuasion?
A lot of times, especially in the Black community, and I find it very hard in the Black church. Because, I'll be done up, and if they boyfriend, man, kid, son, or whatever, take and try to say anything, then the first thing that they want to say is, that's a man.
They try to pull your teeth.
And then family does it to you even worse.
Family really do. I have to say, they love to tell your damn tea.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
It's quick in a heartbeat to call you by the other name that you no longer use. But
name. You know what I do? When they do me like that, I make up a name and call them that the whole time.
I mean, it's ignorant. It's ignorant all the way around. But that's what that whole Black hypermasculinity and all that ignorant stuff comes from.
Even swap is no swindle. So when you want to call me some name, I'll call another gender name and I'll just call you that name. And that's kind of how I've deterred a few of them, because I just do that. But okay, I'm going to continue on. I just want to ask you that. Because we've never talked about that.
Cuss them out and keep going.
Oh, because she feels
uncomfortable with me. I walked in, and see, I be trying to tell y'all girls, okay? I be trying to tell y'all this stuff right here, okay? It don't be me. And Hope on here today. We got our girl Craig back today. Our homeboy, excuse me, Craig. He done stopped riding that motherfucking bicycle because it's raining down there, and the COVID-19 getting washed away. Honey. He down there eating his goalies. But we gonna get into all things Black this morning. So y'all may not like this show. I'm telling you now. I don't know how long this motherfucking show gonna be, but you may not like this show.
We turn the air. Jesus, it's getting hot in here.
With me, Mike.
I'm ready to get into it, girl.
Low mo.
Oh, low.
But I don't want to miss nothing. But
okay.
Ooh.
So
she said low.
Was sitting over here. She said she felt uncomfortable. I didn't do anything but walk into my cousin's house.
Yep.
That's all I did. I walked in. I spoke to her.
Yes.
She was with her son.
Yes. He was about 6 at the time.
Yeah, he's what now? About 2014?
No.
2014.
Like it's like 10 years ago, cousin.
I cussed his motherfucking ass out too about his mammy.
Oh, Jesus.
I walked in the door. I spoke to her.
Yes.
She had her son.
About
her son.
I'll cuss him out too about his mammy.
She said it. She was feeling some type of way. You see how she had just this.
Listen, if y'all, like I said, if y'all have not, most of the people who are subscribed to my page recently were all Maddie Mob members. But for those of the hundreds of others that are out there who may not, girl, y'all need to check out T.S. Madison Hidden as well as T.S. Madison TV on YouTube.
Yep.
Yes.
If you don't want to go that route, go put in Maddie in the morning.
Maddie in the morning to get you right there. Hashtag Maddie in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I went immediately over to Diamond's gentleman friend.
Yes.
And he and I started chopping it up, having a good time.
Because we all from Miami.
We from Miami. We was having a good time. Hey, chopping it up. Mm-hmm. She over there uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unbeknownst to you.
I didn't even know because all I did was speak to the hoe and I went on about my motherfucking business. I spoke to the bitch and I kept going. Hey, how you doing? Hey, and I kept moving.
Ooh, cousin, we just said, look at that.
Oh,
comment.
The comments. We're gonna get the comments.
Yes.
So when I tiptoed in and whatever, so Diamond called me the next day because we were supposed to be doing the show
together,
all of us. She was like, because we discussed that.
Yeah, we did.
Girl, this bitch over here saying she felt some kind of way. She worried about her son. She don't know what she's gonna tell her son. And all this kind of shit. So I told Diamond, call that pussy asshole on the phone. Let me cuss this motherfucking hoe out.
Literally. All those words.
Call that bitch asshole on the phone. Let me cuss that pussy asshole out. Because first of all, bitch, your son didn't know what was going on, bitch. Mm-hmm. You didn't know what the fuck was going on unless you told her. Mm-hmm. And bitch, at the end of the day, I didn't even come into there and say nothing to your bitch ass, but do nothing but speak to your motherfucking ass. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's all I did. Hey.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, girl.
Mm-hmm. But that be the part that get me.
I personally think she came in, you saw that she was a badass bitch. You wasn't expecting that. And you immediately thought you knew your man was going to be probably looking and everything else, and you felt insecure, personally.
But the part that get me is why do they always try to use their kids as their scapegoat?
Validate their feelings.
Yep, as their scapegoat.
And
then let's just be perfectly honest. When you see Maddie wash faced and all, she looks just like a genetic female. So you can't clock her. So that's why a lot of them hate her so much.
I feel like she is a presence, and as soon as she walk into the room, it's boom. And people who are insecure will automatically have a problem with it. And like you said, whether she is dolled up, fresh morning face, whatever the case may be, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Absolutely.
Girl, let's continue, honey.
So she felt some kind of way towards me. My energy came in. Hello.
Yeah, big fabulous.
Big and fabulous. What I say?
She did.
I remember it. I said, who business is I said? And you said it was her. She was very minimal conversation.
She was.
And you said it was hers. I said, oh good, yes, a black woman getting her.
But you asked her, you said, so what you do? She was offended by that. You ain't never seen that.
Why would you get offended by that?
But that's just general conversation. So what you do?
Yeah, like you rolling with a Benz outside. Yeah. A black woman money. I came in with no.
I said, you know how some people assume that if you are doing chit chat, that's just like, what you do, where's your job at, or whatever like that. That's minimum. That's the regular conversation, and some people not like that.
I'm gonna send you something.
Okay.
It's about our other fellow Maddie Mob girl. It's in response to last night. I'm gonna send it to you while we continue to watch.
No jealous. Yeah. No hate, nothing, whatever. And she decided that she didn't want to do the show no more, no motherfucking more, because she felt some kind of way. I mean, because I had a car. What did I have a Benz then? No, I had my Infinity then. Because I had a Benz then, or I had a Benz after that. Bitch, I got a Benz too, bitch.
Okay.
Like,
it's a car. I do too, girl. Honestly,
I had a Benz too, bitch.
Well, girl, I don't have no Benz.
I got one too. Now, I got one too. She 10 years old, bitch, but I got one.
The most important thing is you got one.
Would you get upset if somebody saw you with a nice complex and bitch, what you do? Would you get upset about that?
No, that's just, that's common conversation, I feel. That's not something that you're taking a jab at somebody or whatever. You're just asking the person a question.
Maybe she was doing something she didn't want nobody to know. Maybe she didn't want nobody to know she was selling drugs or something. That's the only way I don't know if you get upset, because I'll be like, some girl, well, you know, I work in corporate. You gotta tell them like exactly what company you work for, or I got my own salon, I got my own business, I'm an influencer. Like,
or you can lie.
Yeah. Or right, girl. Big Daddy got it to me. I'm married to money. I'm married to Madison.
Girl. Or, you know, it could have been a rental and she didn't want to put that out there. He was in a rental.
Girl, I sold a couple food stamps, girl, and I got my down payment. Like, whatever, girl. You got it, is the point.
And so it wasn't like I was just congratulating another woman, you know, on bitch, do your thing. So she felt some type of way about me. And then this is why we're here. This is why I started doing the real talk thing by myself.
Yeah. Well, not by yourself, because you know.
But you moved and all this type of stuff or whatever. But it's just it was just this way.
Yes.
And I felt like, well, girl, why would you have such vitriol towards me, girl? I wasn't bothering your son. I didn't come on to your. That's a child.
You were not threatening.
I wasn't threatening. I didn't even. Girl, you was over. She was over there. I came in. Hello, hey, how you doing?
That's true.
And I went to the man.
He sure did.
The man embraced me.
Yes, he sure did.
I'm gonna go on and move forward, honey.
The man embraced me. You saw it?
I saw it.
Let's watch it again.
Okay.
Oh, bitch.
Man, this a nigga, bro. Moving. That's a nigga? Yeah. Okay. What he did? He tried you? He keep breaking everything. I'm trying to treat her like a bitch. Take care of her now. I'm trying to get money to take care of us, bro. But you don't understand. Oh, that's a faggot. Oh, hell no. This nigga trying to turn a faggot to a housewife.
His laugh was hilarious.
All right. Let's bring in our Hope.
That is so ignorant.
Hey, Hope.
Hey, good morning.
Hope was not feeling that shit. I'm not feeling it either.
You didn't
that was so ignorant.
That one. You didn't like that, did you?
That is so ignorant. That right there, that perpetuates the same foolishness that's going on in the Black community. That makes it okay for you to take and treat and do somebody like that. I don't like that. That's ignorant. But that's the Black man.
I don't even think that, like, I feel like they as a couple was having an issue, a moment, and I don't know what the dynamics of their relationship. You know, they're young, so you know, these young people in love, they do some strange things and call it love. And
right.
Who am I to judge? Because if it works for them, it works for them. But oh boy, though, like, so you trying to make a fag a housewife? Is that what he said?
Yep.
And it was supposed that wasn't funny to me.
No.
You ain't like that. Everybody say good morning to Hope.
Good morning, Hope.
Y'all say good morning to Hope.
I'm so mad I missed it. Girl, her titties are sitting though, ain't they?
They are.
Bring in.
I can't be bad with them.
Judy.
Ooh. I ain't mad.
Hey, Craig.
I can't wait to get I can't wait to get them wrinkles out of man, honey, so that I can, you know,
girl.
Have mine out like that, girl, because you know, right now they look wrinkly from that weight loss, girl. You be looking at raisins, you don't see that.
They were sitting last night.
I don't have no Kellogg's and cake to give you with the raisins, girl. I just can't.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Craig, you didn't like that either, did you?
I didn't, but I have my energy for George Floyd and the white woman that was up in the park in New York. So I wouldn't say that.
All right. Well, Boo Craig out the way. Let me and the transgender woman have our little discussion over this. You know,
the transgender woman. Right. Let us talk.
That little piece with Craig too. Bring Chi-Chi on here. Hey, Chi-Chi.
Hi, Chi-Chi. What's up, niece?
God, you put clothes on.
Hide in the gallon of gas.
Did you like that? Did you see what that video? How you felt about that video?
To be honest and truthfully, I live for the boy who had the girl on the ground said I live for him because he was living in the truth. But the derogatory comment after that, I didn't live for none of that.
All right, we'll take Chi-Chi out. All right, good. All right. So here's my problem with the situation, right? My problem with the situation is this. I'm gonna set it off, and then we're gonna go into all that. My problem with the situation is this, okay?
Come on, mama. Take your time, baby.
If you watch the video, the guys in the car was ready to get out and help him bash that girl when they found out that she was not a girl.
Oh.
No, you didn't pay it any attention. That's why I asked you, did you watch it?
Did you feel that way?
Yeah, because they stopped. And when they stopped, I got that. I could understand where she was coming from there. And it ain't nothing for someone to take and jump on somebody else, especially black men jumping on black women. That ain't nothing new.
They definitely didn't give me they were trying to break something up and
they were trying to help.
I thought they were very much just being nosy as hell. And then when they found out that it wasn't, a female, then it was like, oh, okay, well then, bitch, it is what it is, and you get what you get type thing. And but okay.
So they were ready to get out of the vehicle. You all right, dog? That's a nigga. What he did? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't like that.
Yeah. They was ready to elevate the vehicle.
Oh boy, though, when they pulled up, old boy said it's a dude. Like he wanted them to know, like I'm not beating up on some girl, so it's cool. I'm talking about the person. I think they were dating
on top. Uh-huh.
I wish a bitch would, like if me and my dude was tussling, I wish you would tell my tea like that, because I feel some kind of way fighting.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a whole nother fight. Like it'll be like nook if you like. I'm finna start. If I can't do nothing, I'm finna start windmilling on you. Like that's my business.
Yep.
What? Her ass got up and said, "Fuck you." She was.
I don't get it though. You don't take and put nobody's tea out there like that.
She said, "Fuck you." I'm trying to make sure he want me to treat her like a girl, or I'm trying to treat her like a girl. You just told. I'm thinking back now. Oh, just everything.
Yeah.
These younger girls. They.
Oh, you can hear in the tonality of the situation. They was ready to elevate from the vehicle.
I ain't think about that, Maddie.
And bash the pawn. Right or wrong, ho?
Yeah. Yep.
I get your sound. Something going on with your sound. What's a little delay? Okay. All right. So, yeah. See, because all this going to lead into all our conversations. I know Craig dismissed that because, that don't really affect him. He's only black right now. So, he dismissed that. Usually that's how butch queens do.
And that's another problem.
That's how butch queens usually do. That's how a lot of gay men usually dismiss stuff. No, don't wave your hand now, queen. Don't wave your hand now. Don't wave your hand now.
It's the truth.
Okay, Chris.
It's absolutely the truth. If it does not affect the butch queen or as long as it's happening to a man in the dresses, they want to say it, or a tranny or a drag queen, they have no problems, no issues with it. But as soon as it becomes just a regular black gay, then there's a problem.
I believe that. Now, do I feel like that was Craig's energy?
Well, he was dismissive. You had to look at it.
I've not seen it past this part.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Even whenever she had brought him on, then he was very dismissive. That's where Madison was coming from. He was very dismissive.
See, I didn't initially get that. I just thought he was more like, okay, I'm saving my energy for. It was almost like he was prepared. Like I'm talking about. This is something that I got something else I want to talk about. I'm gonna let y'all have the floor on that, because these are issues that affect that y'all can speak to. Being transgender, you get what I'm saying? Yep. I don't feel like he was saying it ain't my problem, but let's just see. Because
the actions speak louder than words, though. Whenever she brought him on initially, he was like you said, I'm saving my energy for whatever, and he just did this. So he wasn't even thinking about even really. No, that's being dismissive.
Okay.
Hey, put him in. Put Craig in real quick. First of all, don't jump on that train with her. It ain't got to do with no butch queen and nothing about me taking priority about being black first. My thing is that it's not that that was not an issue, but people have been killed. So to me, that was not my priority in coming on to this conversation.
Trans women have been now.
So
I'll just stop it there because I don't know. We watching. Said people are being killed. So this is the one of the things that it has nothing to do with Craig, because that's just, once again, these are my views, and my personal views, and can't nobody take them away from it. And I'm not calling nobody or nothing, but can't nobody take my views away from me. They're mine. Amen. But I feel that sometimes when we loop in people getting killed, we forget, yes, so are trans women. Trans women are people as well.
Right.
People getting killed aren't just the Black genetic men and genetic women.
Right.
There's also transgender women and men and kids that are being killed.
Right.
So to say people are getting killed, yes, and that includes transgendered women. And that energy that I want people to have when they say people are getting killed with people are getting killed, when we have instances like this, and we're going to watch it because they may go down this road, but I feel like that same energy needs to be kept, because then I feel like it only matters if it's someone from an acceptable walk of life that we deem acceptable.
That's how a lot of them make you feel.
So it's not that.
We are, because I'm about to tie all this into the whole situation.
Right, but don't say that it's not an issue for me and because it doesn't bother me. It's not that. For me, the priority is a man was killed, was murdered. By the guy. That was what I wanted.
But a man was about to get murdered in the eyes of the situation.
But I didn't know that we were discussing that.
We discussing it all, Craig. I say all things black this morning. You asked me what we was talking about. I told you we talking about all things black. When I hit you, I said we talking about all things black. So I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna leave you. I ain't gonna put you to the back.
But the things that I over Mo to put up are all related to the woman in New York.
All this is related.
Oh, I get it.
Now he's being very dismissive.
I don't think that, no. Now, see, I don't think that he was being dismissive this time, like he has in time. I'm not saying, I don't think he was being dismissive. It seems like what he's saying is, because if you think about it, most of the time, Maddie will talk about things that Craig has sent over. It's like she has like a sheet of items to talk about, and like the order they talk about it, Mo will put it in the order so he'll know to bring it up. You get what I'm saying? So I'm thinking what he's saying is, I was prepared to talk about the stuff that we have on the docket, if you will.
But that's why she was saying that. But that's why she was saying, not to cut you off, but that's what she was saying, is that's why she's tying everything together, because she don't want anybody. It's just like you're having the first time reaction to it. That's what she wanted to engage in. It was the first time reaction for everybody. So that's why she was saying it the way that she was saying it, because how do you get an authentic answer from a person if you are not taking and doing it off the top of the dome? You see what I'm saying?
Yep. Okay.
To that. This not separate.
I didn't say that it was, but what I'm saying is the assets that I sent to Mo were tied into George Floyd and the woman in New York. I didn't know anything about that story. I didn't know you were bringing that story up. So my mind is set to discuss those things, not that.
Okay. Well, maybe I should. I don't want to put no heat on you, but stay in, Craig.
Well, Craig, if it make you feel any better, I don't know nothing that we talking about.
Good, because I want it right off the cuss.
Yeah.
Diamond said, "Well, girl, I don't know either."
Okay. Now, when shit happened to black boys and black folks, my gay ass, Hope trans woman ass, and Craig, definitely your black ass, honey, you on the line of scrimmage. You right there in the front. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This is the place. And now, in no way am I not outraged about this situation that's happened to this man, because we're going to get on them motherfuckers in 2 minutes. Okay. We're going to get on it and dig on them for the rest of the entirety of the motherfucking show.
All right.
But I want to start out.
I'm getting their answers my entire life, period. I want to start out with.
This is why I don't take no shit from white folks, and I speak to them flat-footed and firm, and I look them right in the eyes.
Yes, I do the same thing with white folks, and this is why I don't take no shit from no black ass nigga either.
Period.
Either.
Pooh.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about white folks.
But we gotta talk about everybody though.
Go ahead, Ho.
Exactly.
Because nobody's exempt.
This is a problem. And it's a problem for me because at the end of the day, if you're not standing up for all of the communities that are marginalized, then nobody is going to be free. Period. And it kills me and it bothers me when I see people that are a part of the community that should understand that like this shit isn't happening because you feel like you're above it, because at the end of the day, Black trans women are on the lowest of the lowest of the lowest part of the totem pole.
I do agree with that.
Essentially, to social eras and to the people that are happening or to the people that are not a part of it, Black trans women are the lowest form of gay man that you can get. And so even gay men don't give a shit. And it bothers me.
Yes, it's so.
I do agree that most often that's the case. I think most often that's the case. And let me tell you why I think that's most often the case. Because of the fact that I have witnessed several interviews amongst prominent, I call prominent because they are well-known celebrity or well-known almost celebrity people who, when you talk to them, they're very much deep into the gay life. But when it comes down to trans men and trans women, for them
they
to
don't care.
And I'm not gonna say they don't care. They don't know much about us.
I would say the issues to them don't really matter as much.
We're performing in those clubs with you. You may not have any direct friends, but you have more exposure to us than I would say the average straight person who pretty much just goes to church or whatever the case may be. They may have somebody that's gay or trans in their family, right? But if you are gay, and you are in the gay community, you're going to have more interactions with people who are gender fluid, bisexual, gay, trans, more so than the average person. So when in the community, I see a whole bunch of gay men and women who, I didn't know anything. I never understood trans. That baffles me.
Yeah, and then my thing is that they never really try to take the opportunity to figure it out. What is wrong having a decent conversation with someone? So, I mean, I get what you're saying, and I'm not trying to sit up here and
like you said, they don't care. They typically don't care.
And then I'm not going to sit up here and be like, I'm trying to bash Craig because I'm not trying to bash Craig. But what I am saying though is,
this and say that this isn't about Craig the Writer Stewart.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows how much I really do like Craig and his books and his, his wisdom. We're speaking about the community. It's far outside any of the individuals that's on the show that we're watching. This is our reaction.
What I'm saying though is that most of the typically in the gay community with the butch queens or the guys that can actually call themselves past and don't have like the flaming side to them or whatever, this is the norm for them. And I'm not trying to group him into it, but I'm just saying just that stereotype of a butch queen or a person that doesn't have the feminine ways, the feminine qualities. Most of them, that's the way that they feel. Like, I don't know anything about, the queens or whatever like that. And they could care less about them. But then, and a lot of them, and I won't say all of them, I say some of them have that mentality, well, I don't want to take the time to get to know them. I don't want to know anything about them. And, unless, we're trying to take and pull a piece of trade that they want. And then that's when we sister girls and this, that, and the third. So I understand where it was coming from.
It's the same thing as they do with all cross dressers and trans. They try to throw us in the same box.
Right.
We're either out here
and everybody's
we're all day long, or we're sick. All the same stereotypes that hit. So I get it. I get it.
Sitting here, like, yeah, like we can talk about that, but and it's just like, but no. And it bothers me because a lot of y'all don't want to talk about it because then we have to hold Black men accountable for the things that they do. It's okay to vilify people, and it's okay to come for their necks. I'm going to every single day of the week, Monday through Sunday, I'm going to come for white people. But it bothers me when Black men are out here killing up fucking trans women, beating up gay men.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
One thing that I don't like about us when we get to talking about standing up for ourselves. I don't think the only people we're fighting are just Caucasians. And then people may feel like I feel a certain kind of way because I'm dating a Caucasian, right? But actually, it's giving me insight into some things that we thought were true. We've always known were true. Were true, you know. But I don't feel like that should give us a pass to go out and just blatantly disrespect anyone else outside of our race just because they're outside of our race. And sometimes I feel that we do that. And it's, to me, in my opinion, it is no better than someone white who is feeling some kind of way and treating you some kind of way solely because you're Black. You can't treat someone white away solely because they're white, because you feel a certain way about the masses of the white people, because then we are exactly the same as the whites who feel something about all of the Blacks.
Absolutely. I agree with you 110%.
Yeah. So that's the one thing that I have when we get on these pro-Black speeches that come in, that they're white and we're Black. We can get like, no, I don't believe in it. I believe we have to hold each other to that same standard. Gay, white, Black, yellow, whatever.
It should all be held to that same accountability.
The same account. A white person should care if a Black person gets killed. A white person should care if a Black trans woman get killed. Black folks, I feel like we should really care because of the fact, I feel like there's a difference because of the fact that we've got to care about each other. So I think the topic, and I think I see where T.S. Madison is going, and I see why she's got Hope on too, because Hope is very pro us. And so is T.S. Madison. But it's just like what I said earlier. So without me watching, I think I see what's about to happen and how she's gonna bring it all together. Because everybody is out here doing marches, and you got the cities in uproar and tearing up police stations, and you got officials wanting to make change. But we have listed at least a dozen this year alone trans women who's gotten killed, and none of them were more known or less known than the gentleman that just recently got killed, and there has been no outrage at all. And
it's not going to be.
And it's like people don't matter unless it's their little boy who's now a trans person. Now they want to care, and I think it's too late then.
Absolutely.
At gay pride parade,
I'm so mad I missed this.
Black men are out here targeting the girls on the stroll. Y'all are looking for LGBT people to come fuck with. Y'all are killing the girls simply because you can't take the idea that
she said y'all
beautiful.
Girl,
and then
don't Craig like that.
Oh no, it ain't Craig.
Oh,
I heard it.
Now hold on now. Craig,
but you got to remember, in the heat of the moment, you say stuff that's not necessarily true, but you'll
because I've seen Craig on his platform really, for him to be, the gay male and not trans at all. I have to say that he is not. I don't know what he used to be like. I can only talk about what I've seen on social media, and I don't know Craig. Like Craig don't really know me. But it seemed like with him and his partnership up with different people, he's at least trying to be open to more than just his specific grouping of Black men. So, okay, hold on. Let me just.
First of all, don't give me the gay men like me.
He addressing it.
Hold on, because you already I know that wasn't important, so don't sit there and try to point that finger at me.
I'm not saying that you don't.
That's not what I'm saying. I clarified by saying I didn't know that we were going to be discussing that. When Madison messaged me earlier, I was under the impression that we were talking about
So he didn't know. He didn't know. But he didn't know.
So don't sit here and know my words.
Right. He didn't know that it was.
I know earlier I was trying to watch this earlier, and just when she was talking about the incident about the young couple, I began getting emotional when I saw the people saying what they said, and I had to stop then. I was on calls, I had to stop then, because, and I think I put a comment that I was like, oh my God, it hurts to see us like this, because we've got so much that we're fighting against outside of our alphabet community. I don't like this. And this is a discussion, so you're gonna have it. It's heartbreaking sometimes.
Yep.
He didn't know. He did.
I simply said, well, you guys can discuss that. I want to jump in on the conversation about George Floyd. That was what I said.
But
right.
But my thing is, let me
don't get that argument out on me.
But it's not. But you're a part of that.
No, I'm not a part of that.
Yes,
I'm actually having a conversation on June 3rd on my YouTube channel with Derek J, and we're talking about the trans community, trans men and trans women. So don't tell me what I'm a part of. You only met me on here. You don't tell me what I'm a part of. I'm actually trying to bridge the gap.
But regardless
don't tell me what I'm part of that.
Regardless of the work that you are doing, you represent a minority. You represent a minority of people. Regardless of that work, you still represent a minority of those people.
But listen, Hope, he did not know, so we're not going to ambush him.
It's not an ambush.
Yeah, but
you absolutely did. You tried.
But Hope, he didn't know.
It's not an ambush.
When you just said, I'm gay men like you.
And the fact that it bothers you so much shows me that you know what's happening.
That is what you said.
Right?
You said
and so my thing is, men like you.
Hold on.
Bullshit. There you go.
You can't say men like him. What you can say is gay men, some gay men, because he did not know. He did not know. He was not aware that this was on the thing. You know, I told him we were talking about all things black, and here we go. Here it is.
And I sent Madison the things that I thought we were going to be discussing, and she said, "Okay, send it to Mo." She never showed me that video, so I wasn't prepared to have that conversation.
And here's the thing: I know. Let's say this: we're all outraged.
So he just explained that he wasn't prepared to have that conversation. That's why he didn't dive into it. He does seem to be a person that likes to do his research before he speaks.
But you don't always have the opportunity to do that.
That's true.
And that's where Hope was coming from. Hope was saying that with everything going the way it is, you know, even he said in the past, he said a couple weeks ago on a Maddie in the Morning show that he had his own stigmatization of how he viewed trans women until he started working with Madison. I understand that people are allowed to change, but I think she was really pointing out just the culture of, like we were just saying, the culture of the black gay man or the black, you know, the black butch queen that don't take the opportunities to get to know who we are. So I think that's what she was trying to say, but she didn't get the opportunity to really say it like that. You know what I'm saying?
I think she's saying, like, before you got to know T.S. Madison and before the thing that you gave a damn about. Because honestly, it's no tea, no shade. I'm not going to say that he's responsible for everything within the community, but we do represent the community as a whole, regardless of what particular pocket of the community we sit in. Just like I sit around here talking about, you know, black gay men rights as a whole, as it relates to non-trans, only because of the fact that I feel like, personally, because of where I sit, I feel like that there are more advantages, pros and cons. There are layers to being a person within this community. And as Hope said earlier, you're no longer just a gay man. When you are a gay trans woman or a gay trans man, you are the bottom. You're like the cockroach of the community as the way the community relates to you. When they
that's how they look at us.
When they come at you, it's always old trans bitch, old tranny bitch, old chick. You know, and you come with those slurs. Right, and
always,
and then we hit you back with that old dick in the booty because bitch, you know what I'm saying? It's the same.
And then they want to get upset and mad with us for having that type of dialogue and that anger towards them.
And it shouldn't be that way. So I think what they're both saying the same thing. He's more active in the community from what he's trying to say, and she's saying, but you're the exception. Because in this instance, honestly, I feel like he is one of the exceptions. He is not the typical at this point. Now, maybe that was in way back when. I don't really know him like that. But from what I've seen, he's tried to do things to bridge that gap. But prior to, So he's the exception.
Well, I think because he's gotten educated from Madison, that's what's changed his views on it. Because until you didn't get educated and exposed to something, you don't know it.
And that's what Hope is saying. That we've got to break those barriers and start giving a damn even when we don't understand it, especially as it relates to those outside of the community. It can't be okay because it doesn't affect us directly. And I'm pretty sure that he knows it's not okay, and he's not saying that it is okay. But I see both sides.
It's about a lot of things this morning, and the first thing that's going on, and I'm trying to tie all of this shit in together. So we're all upset about what's going on with Black people in our Black community and Black stuff. And this thing that just happened last night, what I'm trying to do is tie all the dots in together on Black issues going all across the board. So it is kind of unfair for us to say, you know, that Craig is a part of it because Craig is Black. Now, it did seem, hold on, Craig. It did seem a little bit dismissive at first. It did.
Yep.
It did seem, it did.
I simply said, I'm going to save my conversation for the next part of the topic. I said, you want to discuss that.
Okay.
What I think the problem is sometimes when, for those of you that are trans, Hope and Madison, sometimes when we don't make it our issue, all of a sudden we don't care, we're transphobic. I get people telling me that I'm transphobic now, and I'm working with one of the most famous trans women in the world. So how the fuck am I transphobic? Part of what I try to do with part of what I try to bring to the Queen Supreme Court show, and now that we're doing that in the show, is thought-provoking topics. We didn't even have these kind of topics when Kai was here.
Right.
That was one of the arguments that Madison and I used to have. When I used to bring subjects like trans women getting killed or Black people getting killed, Madison didn't even want, and this is not throwing you under the bus, Madison, but Madison didn't even want to talk about those heavy conversations. So the reason that y'all getting them fucking conversations is because I fought for them.
I guess he told us.
But then again, she's still the boss, so she still could have vetoed it and said, "No, we're not doing it." I think he could have brought that back some and said that we had conversation and dialogue back and forth, which convinced her to do that.
But I get what he's saying. He feels right at this moment, he felt like he was being attacked, and he had to defend himself because honestly, even with them understanding on the panel, you know, once you put it out there,
it's out there.
You'll run with that shit. And then, you know, he's homophobic and he's all these other things. And I get him. I get where he's coming from. I know every time I've spoken to him, he's never treated me any kind of way, you know, on the live. And you already know, baby, if he gonna shade your ass, he gonna shade your ass.
Period,
boo-boo.
And I feel that way with them too. I mean, I just think, I hope and pray people don't take it the wrong way of how he's trying to explain it. So
I hope so either, because I don't take it that way. I think I feel him. And you know what, Craig has, from what I've seen on the show and him being on it, you know, he's been even killed about something, but he's like, no, don't do that because that's not true. But he's also the exception. So I do agree with Maddie that, you know, she shouldn't necessarily say people like you because.
But I think when she was saying people like you, I don't think she was meaning it.
She may not have
gunning towards him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's like if I came to you and said, "No, Jasmine, because bitches like you is the problem."
Right.
Wait, what I do? How not right? So I get it. Oh, girl, I'm so mad that I missed it. Oh,
chat them comments with something serious this morning.
Word that
the reason why I didn't want to talk about those transphobic. The lady didn't say you were transphobic.
Look, I done told y'all.
She didn't say it, no. But it's
okay, so let's get this under control. The lady didn't say that you were transphobic. Hope maybe we need to redirect the energy off of a singular person and then just have the conversation based off of a group of people, things that have happened. You know,
come on, cousin.
A little bit dismissive at first, Craig. It did a little. It did, because I understand that you are very angry and very upset about this situation that has transpired with this situation that's going on with the gentleman. Very, very angry, because I'm upset about it too. But and Hope, we all upset about things. But what we are not going to be able to do is have a decent, educated conversation if we, the people in the conversation, are targeting each other.
Yeah.
I did joke a little bit in the beginning, Hope.
Mm-hmm.
I did joke a little bit in the beginning. I should have joked a little bit fucking around with you, Craig. You get what I'm saying? You know, I should have just kept it on you riding the bicycle down there downtown, honey. Trying to wash off the COVID-19, girl. I should have kept it on there. However, we are talking about all things Black this morning. All things Black. So, Hope, when we go back and we get back into this, let's shift the conversation off of the people that are here on the panel and just shift it
Hope
to
is my bitch.
Hope was not feeling that.
And let's not use Craig as an example, because Craig, you did seem dismissive, so I can see why she's being a little bit upset, because I did get a little bit upset, but I understand.
Well, again. Well, again.
Listen, I'm telling you, I did. But you didn't know that this is part of the conversation.
What I'm saying is, again, because it was a trans issue, and I said I don't want to talk. I'm not here to talk about that. I thought we were going to be talking about this. I'll comment on the next part of the conversation. But if it was a situation with something Black, because how many times have I talked about something Black? You said I ain't talking about that Black shit because them Black niggas be the same one.
I do that.
Shit, and I don't take it personally.
I do that. I do it.
Take feelings out of the shit. We having a conversation, period. That's
okay.
It. I don't have a conversation about that. It doesn't mean that I don't care. But my priority in sitting down at this table is to talk about the Black man that killed George Floyd and that white woman that used her whiteness.
Yeah, because we're definitely finna put all this stuff together now. So Hope, I'd like for you to finish your thought, but minus making Craig like the topic of it, a situation, and taking into account that he did not know that this
girl Hope is sitting there.
He did come in to speak about the other topics.
Hope rocking like Oprah. Ooh, sitting in jail.
Get out of my head. That's what I was thinking.
Huh?
Get out of my head. That's what I was thinking.
She said sitting in jail. Sitting in jail. Needs about run to death. She hot. Oh my God. Ugh.
That we get ready to talk about. Craig, you ever met Hope before?
Yeah.
Craig, Hope, this is Craig. Craig, that's Hope.
Hope don't give a fuck, honey.
Not right now.
Get along.
But that skin is effervescent beauty.
These are very sensitive subjects for us all. So let's show the colored folks that's watching how we as LBGT people gather each other.
She like
and
Hope
move forward accordingly.
Now get your head, pull your head up, Hope.
Yeah, but Hope, because
okay?
Yes. Okay. Go ahead, Hope.
I'm looking down because I have another monitor that's on a different level. Okay. And I'm watching the show from there so that I can also see people's responses and check myself in the moment, because I want to see how it's reading to the folks in the audience. So that's where it's coming from. And I think that a lot of y'all don't understand because y'all don't know my background. I am an advocate for Black people, women, trans women, my gay boys, my lesbian women, everybody that encompasses people that are Black and marginalized within this community. That's what I do work for. I go and get arrested behind this shit. I'm not just out here pretending to be on the front lines. I am not a social media advocate. This is not fun and games for me. When Madison brought me on here, the reason that Madison was so hesitant to even have me on the show was because back in the day when so-and-so first left, and she first started doing guests for the Queen Supreme Court, and I wanted to put my bid in, Madison said, no, Hope, this ain't your lane. This is not what you do. So I don't think that would be a good fit for you. And I think that a lot of you don't understand my passion behind this, because this is what I get paid to do.
That's interesting.
Yep.
In other words, you're a hothead. I'm not trying to have that same energy on here again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I take that back. Let me retract.
I won't say a hothead, but because of when she was first,
she's so passionate and pro-black that she's not gonna sit there with that same energy and kind of like come at others. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah. I get it. I get that. Yeah.
And I think Madison was like, because when she first started back up with her and Goldfinger's leaving, you know, she was more piano. You know,
did you say Goldfingers?
Yeah. Goldfang, excuse me. You know, she was trying to what is the word I'm looking for? She was trying to keep it comical and light, and Hope was more, you know, an activist instead of being comical and light.
Yeah, and then Hope is not gonna sit there and read people for filth like that because she's pro the movement. It would seem like an attack. I get it. Okay, and I'm just now learning who Hope is. I started following Hope probably within the last year on Instagram. So I'm still, you know, she's very much, you know, an activist, like she said.
This is where I go out there and I put myself, my body on the line. When y'all ask what people are doing, that's what I'm doing. I'm not just sitting on social media talking out of my ass for the sake of it. I'm helping legislation get passed in Virginia. I'm helping legislation get passed in Atlanta, and I don't even live there. I haven't lived in Miami since I was 17 years old, and I'm helping legislation getting passed there. I am taking my own personal money and giving it to trans women. I'm taking my own personal money.
Hold on. Shayla just came in.
Okay.
And I know.
Shayla.
Hey now.
Hello, Shayla.
Hi, Jazz.
What you watching?
I was watching the show.
Maddie show?
Yeah.
Well, girl, we watching it too. And we have a commentary about it, you know, in a very supportive way. We ain't, you know how we do. We Maddie Mob, so we gonna always, you know, but I didn't get to see it this morning, so we're watching. Oh, bitch, yes!
You better come through, sexy vixen.
Oh my God, bitch, that looks good.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, you give me very much Tina Marie T.
Oh my God, thank you. My name is Heather, and I have a natural. Yeah. It's so cute. Now when you do your little rods and stuff, you can get more height up in there, girl. Yeah. Oh my God. That's what I was trying to say last night when I said getting your size and stuff tapered down and having the height up at the top.
I gotta re-rod it though, because you see these things then fell right on out.
We'll see, and you gotta use you a little I usually use a little bit of the Nairobi. Nairobi has a foam for setting, and they also have like a gel, kind of put a little oil in it, mix it together on the rods, and then roll it with the rod and let it set. It'll last a little bit longer. And now that you have it cut, you can give some definition by either finger styling it or coiling it a little bit with your comb and then setting it with the rods. Look, we done went to a whole, this is not what we supposed to be doing, girl. Hold on 1 second. So this is Savon experience and watching the Maddie Morning Show, All Things Black, and then our like initial live, well, we're not live, but responses as we make it. You sound like you're probably a little bit further than we are though, girl.
I might be. I really haven't. I had to do some other stuff on the computer, so I really haven't been paying attention for like the last maybe 30 minutes. I think I paid attention all the way until. Did you get to the argument yet?
Well, we're right there where Hope and Craig is having a discussion with. We're there, and so we're just about to start. Can you see the screen from where you are? Can you see? Okay, so we're like there watching and giving our responses, and Hope is at the point right now where she's talking about her being an activist, and you know how her and Maddie had talked for years, and she wanted to come on to the show, but Maddie was like, "This is not her lane," because of her passion being everything pro-black, right? So that's what we are.
Okay.
Let me start this back good.
And donating it to Black women who are in shelters and who have their children. And so it bothers me as a Black trans woman, like Maddie said, when things happen to Black people, when things happen to Black men, I am on the front line. Black trans women are on the front line. Black LGBT people are on the front line. But it's like when something happens to us, when something was done to us, everybody turned their back, including Black gay men. And so, Craig,
Amen.
an apology because you didn't deserve that, and I understand how that came up. You didn't deserve that.
I appreciate it.
But when I see your face, I see men who have deliberately, like somebody down there said, he followed me because of this. And there are so many Black gay men that do that when trans women speak up about what's happening to us. But let something happen to them. We on the front lines, we're marching. Black trans women are the matriarch, get no respect. And then when we speak up and we try to get people to see what is happening to us, it is dismissed. It's stepped over. It's walked over. Wait your turn. Not now. Y'all always try to make this an issue with trans people. But meanwhile, y'all blame stuff on trans women that we don't even have anything to do with.
So when she's saying y'all, she's not specific. I need everybody who's watching this because I don't. She's not.
Yeah, she's not specifically pointing him out.
The general audience of because. So before you joined, Shayla, I was talking to Jasmine and I was, saying that, I was definitely reading the articles and following the news as things unfolded concerning George, and what happened to him with the police and how everybody just really are in an outrage as we should be. I was telling her though that I struggle. You got a fan?
Can you hear it? Do I need to turn it down?
I can hear it.
I can hear it too. Why you trying to be,
Shayla said, "You're not gonna burn me up in this piece." She now I can hear you. So I was just saying that, I loved to see the energy and the support that went behind getting justice for him. I just don't ever understand why it has to, if it's not a Black woman, a genetic Black woman, or a genetic Black man. We done had dozens of trans women get killed, brutalized in the same way, if not even more horrific manners. And there's been absolutely no outrage. I just wish the culture that if we're going to be looking for, equality, we're going to have to be extremely vigilant and consistent, because what's going to happen is it's going to become unacceptable for you to touch anyone that is genetic woman and genetic male, and then all of the trans and LGBTQ community is going to be the ones they target, and it's going to be okay, because that's the message that we're sending, because we're not giving it that same energy. I am outraged about what happened to George. I don't know George, just like I don't know any of the trans women that were killed. However, my outrage, the things that the reviews, the articles, the things that I've supported has been the same.
Yeah.
Regardless of, because what people don't understand, when you're not supporting that one trans woman that got killed, you never know what your grandbabies and babies are going to be, and you've put nothing in place to protect them in the event that they are ever one of us.
Right.
So if nothing but self-preservation is the reason that you do it, to self-preserve and to secure that your future grandbabies and babies and great grandbabies is safe, do the work now.
Right. Absolutely.
When they had that whole pad debacle, Black trans women don't wear pads, and they blamed it on us. And so excuse me for being passionate about my work. And
you remember when Madison went into the bathroom, used the bathroom, and the Black lady, or excuse me, the female took it through the pad over the door.
That's not what
I thought that's what she was talking about.
It's a symbol that they put on the package for the pads, and I guess it was a whole uproar about it because they felt like they were excluding all women, which they said it included trans women. So I don't know. I didn't even really pay attention to that all like that.
I didn't know anything about that. Yeah, could you enlighten us a little bit?
It was a sign on.
It's a symbol. This is how much I don't even. Number one, I don't use pads. I use tampons, so those are packaged differently. But I guess there's some type of symbol on the package that we don't even pay attention to that crap. So I guess somebody had brought it to their attention, and I guess they decided to change it to include all women instead of just genetic female.
Okay, so I'm gonna play devil's advocate right now because I don't understand why I, as a trans woman, honey, I don't have a monthly bleed. Why do I even need all of that, or I give a fuck? Well, let's be very clear. I think sometimes things are taking a bit far, but that could be I could be narrow-minded right now. I could be one of those people who, because it doesn't affect me, I don't care, and I'm trying not to be that person. I'm trying to understand, how does that affect me?
Well, I want to jump into that too, because I mean, even if you have the RSS, I mean, the sexual reassignment surgery, you still are never going to bleed because you don't have fallopian tubes or anything. So I don't understand that. But
girl,
I guess well, I do know a couple of drag queens, so I guess they said they use them to like tuck some type of way.
And you can still use them. You don't need a. Did nobody say you couldn't go buy the super big moist tag so you have that fat pussy? That's why
I cannot.
But I was confused about the whole situation. Number one, when we buy a package of pads or a package of tampons, the last thing we doing is reading the goddamn package. Number one, we just want that shit to be over with. So we don't give a damn what they put on the package. Shit.
That's what I don't understand. Like when people are picking fights, why not take and pick something that is actually worth the cause instead of taking and just making the whole community look ignorant?
I feel like some people just need something. They need something. I think of it like this. I think of it as like social media. Some people have to find something to get popular off of.
Yeah, because to my knowledge, I guess it was a trans woman that actually brought it to everybody's attention.
And I just want to understand from my trans sister, like how did that benefit you, and how did it, what positive and negative effects did it have on you being there and being not? This is like somebody saying that the gay community is ruining the sanctity of marriage. No, baby, your husband cheating on you is ruining the sanctity of your marriage. I don't have nothing to do with that, boo-boo.
Amen.
But I'm just saying, so some people dive in. Well, thank you, because I didn't know how bad the debacle was. I'm gonna look it up.
Thank you, Shayla, because I didn't know anything about it either.
No problem.
And I am so sorry if I've offended some of the Black gay men that don't want to own up to the idea that some of you dismiss the issues because you don't care, because just like heterosexual cis people, y'all believe that we're nothing more than men in wigs. And
now, I don't think she should say like most.
That's what
she said. Some. She said some.
Trying to get her to say.
But she said some. She didn't direct it towards Craig. She did say, she said, like some cisgenetic people. She did. She said, those were her words, some. She didn't say all. She said some.
Oh, okay.
Not cute. Y'all don't pay us no attention to. Dismiss the issues. I walk in and I live in every single day. And I am so sorry if I've offended some of the Black gay men that don't want to own up to the idea that some of you dismiss the issues because you don't care, because just like heterosexual cis people, y'all believe that we're nothing more than men in wigs. And
she didn't say something.
She didn't say some right there. She just said like heterosexual.
She said some before that. She didn't say that about the heterosexual. She did say that some. Yeah. So I mean,
I'm not gonna pick at it because I know she meant some, because I'm sure.
But playing as we're representing all types of people, you know that somebody's gonna take their comment and they're gonna run it.
Yeah.
As that.
I'm actually waiting for YouTube to light Maddie up right now, because you know they get to them people, they start
for this.
Yeah. Just like the last time that they was going in on Maddie was when Larry Reed was on there. It's like they just find certain stuff.
You're talking about the subscribers.
No, I'm talking about the people
The blogs.
The blogs.
Mm-hmm.
They call themselves bloggers.
Yeah, they're gonna take and they're gonna cut it up, and they're gonna take and switch the words around, just like Michigan Neck over there takes and distort her face and talking. That's what they do.
I'm taking this and I wanted to do like a watch because I didn't see it and just kind of give our comment on it, because I heard the comments were the people in the comments were really going at it and I didn't get to see all that, right? But now, I mean, I don't want to put this out here and you know, they think we try.
But it's not. It's an actual reaction, and we're speaking positive on the situation and trying to.
I mean, we're just giving our views, right?
Yes.
I'm doing it now that I know that. As a Maddie Mobster, honey, get y'all shit right, because it's more than one way to look at something.
Yes.
And I think that in order for us to start having intellectual discussions, you got to have some very touchy and sketchy topics.
Yeah,
and I really feel like this was one of those ones that, and I applaud her for doing it, because, you know, being where she is one of the few people that has a platform that she has like this and remain authentic to it. Because some people wouldn't want to touch some things because of them being afraid of how it may impact them. I have to applaud her for that.
Yep.
Okay. I want people thinking I'm trying to kiss her ass. I just fucks with her for real. Just that serious.
Amen.
Don't pay us no attention. If we don't pass, we're not worth your time. If we're not somebody that can help you get into somewhere or get a piece of trade, it doesn't matter to you. And I am sick of that. And so here it is, Black gay men, we need you. Here it is, Black people, we need you. Because just like Black men are dying, just like Black women are being vilified, Black trans women are dropping like flies. And the only difference is, you see how none of y'all knew about that but me and Maddie? It's always like that. A Black trans woman was killed this week too. A Black trans woman was killed last week too. 2 trans women were found in a fucking car the week before last, and nobody rioted. Nobody talked about it, because it's hard when the people that are killing Black trans women are the same people that we have to uplift.
Amen.
I will play. And that person who killed the Black woman, let him get killed by the police for something fucked up, and they will be out there marching for him. Not to say they deserve it, or female or whatever. Like, it's just.
Amen. The truth is the truth. And sometimes the truth is a hard pill to swallow.
That baby is passionate about this. She got me
because
and she got me crying almost.
If your Black agenda is not protecting Black men at all costs, you're on the wrong side of history. And it is unfair. And I'm sorry that some of y'all ain't gonna get it. I'm sorry that some of y'all are like, oh, I'm sick of her talking about the issues. But if your activism is not intersectional, meaning that it does not cross all of the paths of who you are, then it is trash. And so are you.
I get it. Now, and I really wanted to make sure that
I'm on hope
together, because I want people to know, because I did yesterday. People were attacking me in my inbox because I hadn't posted about it, but they didn't know that I was going to get up this morning and tie all this stuff in. You know,
that has got to be exhausting.
It does.
Yes.
Can she just?
And I'm not even on a major platform like she is, and it's exhausting to me.
That has got to be exhausting.
But what gives people the right to jump in her inbox and tell her what to talk about?
What she needs to talk about. Absolutely. I think some people take the fact that they support you the wrong way. You support you don't own. You support you don't own, boo.
Right.
If you want to talk about it so damn bad, hit your
get on the channel and you get on it and talk about it.
Right.
But they know because of her influence, her being an influencer, a lot of people hop on her lives and they look at it. But it gets tiring and it gets draining. It's just like, you know, with all of us taking and doing what we do, we balancing a job. Like it's a little bit different for her, but we balancing a job, we balancing a family life, and then we trying to support each other on these YouTube stuff. Like that gets overwhelming and exhausting after a while. So, I can only imagine she's on a platform that she has millions upon millions upon millions of people watching her. And just think about it. If half of those people took and hit you up on something, that's just like, that's mad crazy. Like, who has the time to sit there and focus all that energy on foolishness?
Yeah, one screenshot to get on her live. Don't tell her what to talk about on her platform and then turn around and get mad at her about a mistake that she made when she said something. That's what pisses me off.
Or not a mistake. She said something the way she fucking felt. She has a right to her thoughts, and we all have a right to our opinions, and all of our opinions are not going to be favorable to the masses.
Amen.
So, but that's gotta be exhausting. I mean, it really. I'm telling you,
that's why
now,
I take my hat off to her.
I want folks to like, share, and subscribe, and all that other stuff, but I'm still gonna do what I do now. That you can't run my shit. Everybody has an opportunity to create them a YouTube channel and talk about whatever the fuck they want to. Sometimes they want you to be out there in the fire to say some shit that they're not strong enough or bold enough to say, and I still don't think it's fair.
Right.
Ooh. Oh, to the whole situation, and for me, Craig, you and I have these discussions privately. We privately have these discussions, and I know one thing I know about you: you are not transphobic, and you are definitely an ally, to it. And you're my good friend. You know what I'm saying? And you're very passionate about the same passion that's in Hope about trans issues. You're very passionate about Black issues. And the reason why I used to keep stuff like this off of the panel, because the show, the Queen Supreme Court was supposed to wrap really around comedy. Funny. Comedy,
it can get heavy.
Stuff like that. Now that we've moved on.
But Maddie in the Morning is a range of different things, Right. So it's different shows for different needs.
Right.
From that segment of how the show is, we have a set of viewers who we try to laugh, have a good time, do a little reading and a little shade, but we also try to educate and open up dialogue and discussion so I can do my part. This is my part in it. This is the part that I do to open up the platform that I have, so that people are able to see things, that get swept under, and we can no longer sweep Black issues
as a whole,
all things Black, under the rug anymore. We can no longer do that. We have to meet all things Black head on. And I did see some people in the comment section saying, well, you can't compare someone being murdered by the police to this situation.
Why not?
I don't know how you didn't hear what I said. Like that, we've always been on the front line of scrimmage when it comes down to stuff like gay, LGBT people first, majority trans first, then gay men.
That's true.
Majority Black trans first, because if don't nobody understand that we do, then gay men are fighting and rioting for it.
Hold on, pause it real quick.
I paused it.
Okay, so this is my thing. I don't like the fact when people be like, oh, well, you can't compare a police officer killing a Black person over somebody killing a trans person. What gives you the right to let somebody know what murder is greater? It's both murder. It's the same thing. It'll never be. That doesn't even make sense. Like, how can you make somebody's murder somebody's child, somebody's sister, somebody's relative, somebody's loved one? How can you just break that down and be like, oh, well, it ain't like it mattered because they didn't get killed by the police. They still murdered. They're human.
Ray getting killed by a citizen is okay as long as it wasn't the police.
It don't make any sense. Like we
I don't
have
think it's gonna be cool either way. And a little do people know there are trans women who's been killed by authority figures as well.
Yep, but they don't never get the light of day because it's not something that Black people want to take and jump behind and do. And it's not thought provoking enough for them.
And there are Black people who give a damn, but there are not enough Black people to give a damn, because what I've heard is see, the thing about a Black man getting killed and by a police officer or something of that nature, you have the other Black men and women and mothers and grandchildren and children who's rallying behind him, and they're pissed off and they're angry. If someone give a fuck about a Black trans woman or Black gay male being killed, the first thing that somebody's gonna say, "Oh, bitch, what you with that gay shit? Why you even give a fuck?"
Yep.
That's the problem. You should still give a fuck, because that could be your cousin one day, if for none other reason than the fact that it could be your son one day, if God, willing that you have one. Is it gonna be okay then? Because now it hits you in the ass and it hits your home. Is it gonna be okay then? If it's your brother, your aunt, hell, forbidden, your closeted ass father.
Right.
Will it be okay then?
Right.
So you gotta give a damn without being feared that someone's gonna question your masculinity or your sexuality.
But that's why I had said before that a lot of Black men walk around with that big old P on their chest, and that after that big old P, then they had the big old other P on there, which is homophobe, right on their chest. Pride and homophobe is what's killing the Black men.
So our voices are definitely one of the ones that never needs to be smothered. And I get what you're saying, Hope. We feel like we're smothered within our own, from our Black gay men and our cisgender men. Black men are smothering us in a hole, So let's go on. We'll come back to that. Let's go on into the situation here with this woman and this fucking dog in the park. Let's go to this.
You know what? I don't
like that.
I talked about that. I talked about that last night on mine, honey. She pulled out her privilege.
As they always do.
And then when she got on that damn video, she turned into one of the greatest actresses ever. The third time when she had to say that a Black man, she was like, "Oh, I'm fearing for my life," while choking the fuck out the dog that she didn't give two fucks. That dog was.
Where was Pete at?
Then she issued an apology, however.
And they always do after they lose their job.
That's Karen.
Yeah, I'd like Chi-Chi to add to this story. Chi-Chi old ghetto hoe. Chi-Chi, can you break down your white woman story that you did in North Miami, please?
I've got to hear this.
Okay, so when I was living, this is when I was living in Miami.
Oh, Lord.
And I had
hold on. I told y'all I was tying everything together. So go ahead, Chi-Chi.
I had moved up north, and where I lived I lived on 62nd and 3rd, and it was a street that I walked down every day, every night, going to my cousin's house who lives on the other side, that lived across the way. So one particular day, it was this boy. He was outside he was a Haitian boy, and he was outside with his Haitian friend. So this particular day, I don't know if he ate some of his Wheaties. I don't know what had moved in him, because whatever moved in him, it moved in him to say, "Hey, Pop."
No.
He was talking to you, Chi-Chi. He was talking to you.
Oh, my bad.
Right.
so I had you can't walk down this street no more,
bitch.
So I was like, "Baby, what you I can't." I said, "Well, baby, what you mean I can't walk down this street?" I said, "Baby, I walk down this street every night and every day." I said, "So I was saying you over here you on the block with your homies, and you want to put on in front of your homie." I said, "Okay, don't worry." So that night, I had to go back home. I had to walk back down the street.
The same street.
So when I walked down the street, he was still sitting outside with his homeboy. While he was still sitting outside with his homeboy, he said, "Hey, Paul, didn't I tell you not to walk down the street?" I said, "You know what? You did say." I said, "Hold on.
Call, bitch."
Yes. 911 is an emergency. I'm a white trans woman. A whole bunch of black guys. Please hurry up and send the police. They said, ma'am, where's your location? I told them my location. So they was like, okay, ma'am, we're going to send a unit.
And you know, Chi-Chi can sound like a, wait a minute, hold on.
Rescue.
You know, Chi-Chi can sound like a good old woman on the phone, though.
Right.
Bitch, the police car, bitch, undercover, bitch, gunfire. It was a lot of people that pulled up, like with the seconds, their house was surrounded. So they on the phone calling me. So I just put my phone. So the police keep saying, damn, where are you? I said, baby, I'm fine. I said, I'm sitting on the corner. I'm watching what you guys doing. I was like, man, we want to see you. We want to see you, man. But they never got a chance to see me. So the next day, I walked back down the street and said,
Bitch! I'm texting TG
So that was
right
your
now.
white woman in the first story.
yeah, that was my white woman in this first story.
All right, Chichi, we'll be right back. You got a question for people?
That's the lesson of the day.
Right. Message, white women in distress.
Yes.
So white women have been calling the police on black men, honey. And even when they black men pretending to be white women. But we all know that if you really want something to get done, you have to be a white woman in distress.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right.
and they come bringing the helicopter unit, everybody.
The fire department.
You know, so I mean,
That damn
They ain't
Chi-Chi.
lying.
But
They ain't lying.
now, if I would have called and said this was Shaquansha, girl,
Hung up.
bitch, they would have been out there, but it would have been to arrest me, not to protect me.
it's crazy, and I do feel like Chi-Chi, I do feel like that you did that for your own protection. So I don't think that you should be locked up, but I think the white woman that you were portraying should have been shackled. What was her name that you portrayed? Kellyanne
Bethany with the IE.
Yeah, they should have locked Bethany up. All right, Chi-Chi, hold on.
I can't with them.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's not just white women that do. They are definitely problematic, but white men are doing it as well. I don't know if Mo has that video up. I sent this from the Savoy show with the white man calling the police because there were some black guys in a building.
Yeah, you got it, Mo.
Is it the one where there was the police officers?
Yeah, we ain't gonna be able to play it through the live. But what did he do, Craig?
Well, he basically was questioning them and asking them why they had office space there, and they were using it they were working, but they lived there as well. And he was asking, well, where do you live? And they were like, we don't have to explain that to you. So he proceeded to call the police.
Right. All right. So let's move on to the story that we're all here for.
I think some people just should mind their own fucking business because it's so funny. Somebody can be walking down the street and done stole my goddamn TV and my washer and dryer, and ain't nobody seen shit.
Right.
But you can't walk into an office building without some hoes calling on you.
Right.
Girl.
This morning, honey. And we just need to go ahead on and sound it off this morning. So the people been posting up, they posted up photographs of stuff like this saying that this leads to this, which is most definitely a true statement because that does lead to that. And this man,
I'm still fucked up about his knee being in his neck like that. Do you not know you can sever someone's vertebrae and actually paralyze them, if obviously not kill them? Like there was no way that you could have apprehended him without your knee being in his neck.
And then my thing about the whole situation is that it was 4 cops on him. You mean telling me 4 cops on one grown man couldn't take and deal with him? That's handcuffed already. And then they had his face turned on top of the cement.
Did the taser not work? And then when they sorry, because I saw the video, he wasn't resisting
at all.
Nope.
That man did nothing wrong. And number one, he had some counterfeit money.
Somebody said that he was involved in check fraud, and that's how he got arrested because of a whole check fraud scheme. However, that check fraud scheme does not mean you deserve to die. Exactly. You may deserve to go to jail, especially if it was one of my checks that I've been looking for that I still ain't got. Okay, but killing somebody for that, baby, you can keep that money. I don't need it that bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, live your life, do better.
Amen.
And how many folk done scam? I don't see nobody putting foot in next to them goddamn investors that's running off these people's money.
Right.
Nope.
Ponzi schemes.
Nope. They ain't dying.
And George Floyd. Push the pictures through. Wow. Wow. And
bitch, that's that officer, ain't it?
That's him.
Watching the situation.
It said make white great again.
Yeah. Racist.
And I guarantee you they still gonna have their job.
Now watch.
No. They got fired. But ain't nobody been arrested. That's the problem. That's why they over there fucking up that police station right now. Did you see them?
Fucking it up.
They doing what? They doing a parade and stuff?
Up.
You would have done better with going ahead and arresting and firing them. It would have saved you money. Because baby, they torn up everything.
That police station, they trashed it. They
and I'm not someone
windows, the car windows. They ain't playing.
I'm not someone that condones violence, and I don't think tit for tat actually gets you resolutions. But I was having a conversation with Bay earlier, and he said, he was like, yeah, but you're doing that and you're tearing up things, and it's not really helping the situation. I said, I agree. I said, but people respond to fear. I said, and people do things because of they do and don't do things if they are afraid of the repercussions.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
As much as you'd like to think that people are morally sound, that's just not the truth. Most people will not do stuff because either if they're Christian and truly believe in the Lord, they don't want to go to hell and they don't want to upset the Lord. That's the only reason why they didn't do it. Other people because they don't want to go to jail. Okay, it's not because they don't want to beat the fuck out of you, strangle the hell out of you, or bury you under two parking lots. It's because they know if they get caught, they're gonna go to jail. A lot of times, those are those fine line things that keep people from doing horrible things. When people don't feel like there's any repercussions to it, and that they're gonna get away with it because systematically they have, as a whole, from a percentage perspective, gotten away with it, they don't fear doing it.
Right.
If more people feared that their lives would be impacted, they would lose their jobs and their families and their wives and all the other stuff, that will keep them from doing shit. Now, I'm not saying they will become allies and really support you. I'm not saying that, but that will keep this type of shit from happening. Now, once again, I'm not saying that we should go tear up everything, but sometimes you have to give that negative feedback or what they call negative reinforcement.
Right.
To keep
Sometimes
people,
you have to shut them down.
Same thing. You whoop a kid's ass, or you give them a punishment and take away the things that they love the most, and that's how they learn to not do that thing that they don't need to be doing. It's the same thing. As long as you keep rewarding people for bullshit, this type of shit will keep happening. As long as black folks only show up for when it happens to black men and black women and don't give a fuck about trans women, they'll continue to do it. Maybe they'll probably stop doing that, but then you'll see more trans women getting choked under. And then I want to see how many people show up for that.
All right.
I don't want to happen to find out. I'm just telling you.
Absolutely.
That's
the other side of the vehicle when the guy George was killed. Because originally, from the first angle that we saw, it looked like it was just one cop, but there were three other.
Right.
Yeah. So now all of that led to these things. Come on, Mo. Looks good in there.
Wrap it on up, Maddie.
Baby, they is tearing Minneapolis up.
Fucking
Go ahead. Show the video. Tearing this bitch up. They tearing this motherfucker down.
You got blacks, you got whites, you got everybody out there. They're not playing. None of them playing.
Tear the motherfucker up.
There's going to be an uprise.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a reemergence of
is that
the
gas?
Black Panthers or something.
Yeah, they put tear gas on them.
Because, I mean.
Tear gas on who?
On the people that's protesting.
I see people of all colors out there protesting.
Yeah.
how many times do we have to keep posting about this and talking about it? And then, like, that's exhausting.
Look at that.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mo.
Oh.
Yes, look at this. Look at the people out. Tear Minneapolis, Minnesota up, bitch. Tear
You got people on top of buildings. You see that?
Yeah, they're not playing.
Tear this bitch up. Look at this. Those people are out in droves tearing this motherfucker up. You know, and it's kind of like, Craig, like when that shit was going on with Rodney King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it seems as though like history is repeating itself. Wait, I smell food in here.
And then
greedy, but
look at this. Like the people are out in hordes, girl.
And then the same thing that happened with Freddie Gray in my hometown, Baltimore. Like they put Baltimore up.
Look, Craig, look, Hope, look.
I see it.
Look, they broke into the police station. To their cars. They ain't playing with them people.
Baby, what, girl?
It's the time we live in right now.
Question is, whose neighborhood is this? Is this our neighborhood?
That's the one thing that.
Yeah, we can't
tell. You gotta live there, girl.
Y'all should have took that shit to the suburbs where them white people live at.
Preferably the people houses who. Well, let me not say no.
Right.
Are we tearing up?
Well, this right here is the police station.
This is the police station.
They down here to the police station tearing the police.
The police station where it happened at. Oh.
Police station are up, honey.
Oh, wow.
And then all of a sudden they emerged.
People are tired of
that people.
Did they what?
You know what? This is the sad part about it, and I hate to say this. There are a lot of people out there protesting for the right things. And then you also have those black people who are just out there just to say they were there or just to tear shit up just because you can get away with it. Yeah. That's not the time to do it. We trying to make a difference here and you adding to the problem.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I agree. Yep.
That's the only thing that bothers me about this, because I know there are some young black men who out there that they need some guidance, and because they don't have that, now here they go just following the trend.
There you go.
This is just something to do. No, this is not an activity. This is serious.
Yep. I mean, even with this being said, like last night, my brother was listening to something, and all these different black people was talking about, you know, F this, and we're going to take the black dollar and do this and this, that, and the third, or whatever like that. That sounds all good. My point that I'm making with what I'm saying, though, is that when is enough for everybody? Because you can't fight ignorance with ignorance and expecting for a result to come out of it. You know what I'm saying? When is enough? When are we all going to stop bickering among each other and come together as a whole? Not only black, but the black, white, the ones that support us. It's time for a change for all of us, not just the blacks or the browns or however. It's a time for all of us to get it together.
Now, this is going to be too soon, but I wonder how many of them hoes went home with COVID.
Like, is that all the video we have of it?
That's so low down.
People are exhausted.
You low down for laughing, Shayla.
It's very exhausted with how many times.
I'm sorry.
How many times do we have to keep posting? Do we have to keep having panel discussion? Do we have to keep having peaceful march, peaceful protests? How many times?
That's the problem.
It's not working. And you know, like I've been saying, and for those of you that have watched my videos, I've been saying for at least 3 years on YouTube, on Facebook, like it is important that we start to divest from the economy. You know, and this is why it's important to start supporting black businesses, black-owned businesses. It's important to bank black and buy black. I share it with my YouTube and Facebook.
See, I want to buy black and bank black, but I need our black to get our shit together too, because I don't like playing around with money.
Amen.
I don't like playing around with my money. Now I need you to be there on time. I need you to be professional. I need you to be honest. I need you to. Now, I'm not saying that we are all like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that for the most part, when we start working with each other, we get that, oh, girl, you know how it is. No, bitch, I don't. I need you to be here, and I need my money done the way it is. I'm not your sister girl right now, okay? We don't know each other. I don't know if your greens taste good or not. I just want to know if, bitch, my money is good, okay?
And don't charge me an arm and a leg neither. Like, there's no need for you to jack up your price. That's my whole thing. Like, I understand that you're a black business, but let's be clear here. You go out and you buy Louis Vuitton and you buy Gucci, you will pay $500 for a pair of shoes. But then when it comes to, just take it, just for instance, when somebody come get their nails done by me, because the Asians only charge you $35, you think you gonna come over here and get the same thing and more? No,
I thought they was gonna ask you, are you gonna do it for $25?
Girl, 15.
But here's the thing. If you're going to be someone that's expecting to pay $25, when I go to you for a service, I expect you to keep that same economic friendly pricing strategy when it comes down to charging me.
Right. Period.
So there are certain things that from my business perspective, like some people, Shayla, I don't know if you've been asked this question, but I've been asked this question. So are your prices going up? And I was like, well, why would my price go up? Because a lot of salons that are opening back up right now, their prices have gone up.
Now they have done that at the shop.
But if you're coming for a color touch up and it's been 2 months and we're having to use more color than we normally do, I always charge per tube of color. I've always done that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not changing. If you're coming for a relaxer, and I realize that the relaxer is going to be a little more than the look at her ass. You just gotta be up here. She's yeah. She had a little pause up, like hi. But you still not coming for a virgin relaxer, so I'm not charging for a virgin relaxer. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there are certain things that are outside of your control. However, if we've got to use more tubes of color, and if you done came there, if you done took 4 months before and we got the additional 2, now you got a whole 6 months now, ma'am, it is going to be a little bit more for this relaxer because I am going to have to use more because you damn near starting over. That's different. Right. If you were coming like you were coming before, I'm not going up in my prices. I said, now, no, I'm not. There's some people who had to get COVID-19 cuts because their hair was just jacked off. But it's still the same price for a cut, relaxer, and style.
It was too soon for that joke.
No. You didn't come in for that. You cut your own. That's different. But I'm saying that my prices didn't go up. Now, what you've got to get is probably a little bit more on your service, right? But my prices as a whole, my shampoos and styles didn't just go up all of a sudden.
True.
Some of my folks, shit, they coming and they getting unemployment because of the fact they've lost their jobs, but their hair is fucked up. And I'm not gonna jack you out of all your unemployment just to come get your hair. I mean, no, you get what I'm saying. Like, no, but some people are doing that. So keep that same energy.
You're willing to work with some of them, but you're not going overboard with
none of them. I'm not willing to
work.
I'm
saying what I'm saying though is that that's what I was saying. Do you willing to work with and stay within the means that you was doing? But if it costs 2 tubes this time, and normally it only costs you 1, then just be prepared to pay for that second tube.
The difference is you have to pay for that extra tube. I'm not, because it's like 30. If it's 45 permanent color, it's a tier to it. But that's been the same. Nothing has changed. No, what they're telling me is shampoos and styles are more now.
Right.
I ain't mad because if you got people coming in that show come up, that's cool. I'm the one that's gonna forever be in the dust, and I'm gonna remain 1,000-aire versus a millionaire because I wouldn't pay that. So I'm not asking you to. That's my point.
Right. I get it.
The different black banks across this country. I've been banking black for the past 3 years. I also still have a regular bank, but I also have
Savon, don't you do it.
I want to know how much money is in the black bank versus the regular bank, bitch.
A black-owned bank. It's important to do that. If you're a small business and you're trying to start your business and you need funding, you have a better chance of getting funding from a black-owned bank than you do a traditional bank.
I don't know.
I was about to say that hadn't been my ministry.
Nope. Because I can go to the credit union and get one a whole lot quicker than I can going to an Afro-American owned bank.
What banks are black banks though? Because ain't none here.
The only
TCF
here,
is one.
The only one that we had here is Citizens Bank, and I want to say that I think that they've merged and probably are no longer at this present time. But
TCF and Best Bank are, I know both of those are black owned and operated banks.
But that's all that I have. And they only have that one branch. And I am in Laverne and they're in Nashville. So they're a good 45 minutes away. And I'm not going to bank there. And it ain't got to do with you being black. Because if I can use any other ATM with no fee, that's cute. But I don't be charged fees. So it's more expensive for me to be, going at that point. But that's probably, so he probably has like a little savings or something there to support, right? And I get that, but yeah. Okay. But I bet you got most of his money in the non-African American bank.
Right. It's important to start buying black as often as possible. And I say this all the time.
I think we just need to go a little bit deeper with this. So that's great. That's all fine and dandy, Craig, but I feel like this. Who is policing the police? I feel like this. We got Crips and we got Bloods. Where are they at? Where are they at? Where are they at?
You want the street to handle the police?
Absolutely. Yes. And them high profile drug dealers too, who got the army behind them. I think that's exactly what should be happening. Honestly, there needs to be a level of fear, because here's what you won't do. I agree with Diamond. You wouldn't go into certain Sicilian neighborhoods acting a fucking fool, because the mobsters will eat your ass up
alive.
But then it goes right back to them actually caring about their culture, and we've been taught not to care about our culture.
It's about acting a fucking fool every time and not only win. You get what I'm saying? That's the difference. Right. Taking your money and use, because we got a whole bunch of power. African American money's got a whole bunch of power. Trust me, we spend money on shit to try to make keep everybody else.
Because I do believe that Gucci and Louis Vuitton is funded by black people. I'm just gonna say that.
I agree, because most of these other pieces, like we were saying on the show that Jasmine had with Spill It Boy TV, most fashion pieces that you're seeing on the red carpet that worn by all these actors and actresses, they've not even bought, honey.
No.
They've given it to them so that the simple folk who trying to portray a lavish life purchase it. I have been that person before. Every now and then I'll be that person again, but I'm not funding you like that. I'll wait until you give me that 40% off. I'm not giving you
shit. Louis Vuitton don't never go on sale.
It sure don't, and that's why I don't have one.
Shit, I have a couple of them, but whew.
Baby, because who else gonna do it? They out there to help our people. So the Crips and the Blood, they need to show up and show out. They need to take care of some folks,
We're all these thugs. And I exactly. Thank you for saying it, Donna, because I agree. When shit happens in the hood, y'all go and kill each other in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
In 30 minutes.
Exactly. When
something like this happens and y'all are nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be found.
What the real niggas at?
She said, what are hood niggas?
You know what I'm saying?
They looking more for me,
Oh, well, y'all really want the gangbangers to go in there.
Cuzzy, who else do we have?
We fucking each other up.
That's gonna have our back.
Once again, I don't condone violence. However, people react to things that they're fearful of.
Correct.
And if they knew that if they did some fucked up ass shit, they were gonna have to pay a heavy penalty, they would be less apprehensive to do it.
And you know, she actually has a point, because you got to think about it. When gangs, they have territories.
Yes.
So if somebody come in their territory, they have to deal with them. So the police came in your territory and killed one of your people. So you need to deal with them.
Gotta deal with them. And I know that I happen to know several police officers that aren't like the ones that we're seeing depicted here. You get what I'm saying? I know that they're not. They happen to be ones that will actually fight for what's right. Here's the problem that I have, though. I have a problem because of the fact it's different when you are that police officer and you're fighting for what is right, but then you're one of few who gives a damn. It then becomes a situation where you have to also fight to preserve your livelihood.
Right.
Because what people don't talk about, and I'm not trying to deflect, but what people don't talk about is when you're out on the beat and you with one of them crooked ass cops and they allow something to happen that ends up taking your life because of the fact that you're not on board. That shit is just for TV. That's real. This is why we need people policing. We need somebody policing the police. If it's not people, we need to have people and officials who are actually doing their jobs while keeping the enforcers enforced. We used to have that at one point in time somewhere.
Well,
but nowadays, when you've got Agent Orange, and I'm going to say what I have to say, Agent Orange in office, throwing out all type of discriminatory things and people and slurs and everything else. So people just feel like they can do what the fuck they have to do, what they want to do.
Yeah. Absolutely.
John Michael said that's originally why gangs were started.
Yes.
But it ended up they were gang banging each other.
Yeah, so we killing each other, but yet we not defending each other. We got it backwards.
Right.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Factual.
Oh,
hold on, Chi down there talking a lot. Hold on, what you saying, Chi?
The problem is that we can't love on each other, but we want help from one another, but we can't even help each other. So how we gotta start off with each other.
Chi better come in there with that infinite wisdom.
And just like Hope said, you know, in the beginning, like she said, I'm pro everything gay, black, white, but I'm mainly pro black gay because I know being a black gay man, it means, you know, they don't want you to never be you can be anything in the world, but they don't want you to be a black gay man. You get what I'm saying? You can be anything in this world, but you can be gay, but you can't be trans. So I'm for everything that
he
for
made
us
a point.
Because like I said, we don't have nobody that's really out there standing in the forefront for us, fighting for us. Right. And then that's like with everything that you said, all that lies matter. There's no big, all that lies don't matter because when a trans person get killed, a bitch don't say nothing about it. When a black gay person get killed, a bitch don't say nothing about it. And when one of y'all black bangers out there get murdered or get killed, it's okay. I wish y'all were there for the black right.
But let's not confuse. This man was not a thug. This man was not.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying in general. I'm just saying in general.
I get it. Like, we gotta clarify that this man was not that.
Okay, so he wasn't a thug, but I'm just saying in general. Like, but y'all always wanted to stand for the people that's getting killed by the police, but who's standing up for us when we getting killed? That shit gets fucked on the rug. And I seen what you said the other day. I seen about the little trans girl, but nobody really speaks on this. Nobody really cares about it. But y'all want us, the LGBTQ community, to always stand up in the forefront and keep saying Black Lives Matter. But when our lives gonna matter for us?
When will our Black lives?
Man.
When somebody gonna take responsibility for us?
The whole point of this whole thing is that there's a asset in there mode that I want you to go to in the system that I want to put up on the screen, and what I'd like to do there, put this asset up, that blue red thing right there. Hold on, go ahead and put that asset up for me, please. Yes, the asset states, boy, if black people only stood together like they hate on each other, we could change the world.
Amen.
I'm just gonna have to end it now because I'm gonna watch the rest of this in peace so I can say what the fuck I really want to say about some shit. And I want us to be able to do that too. I just listen. If y'all are not watching Maddie in the Morning and you are not a T.S. Madison Hinton or T.S. Madison TV subscriber, you don't know what you're missing. Because honestly, this is the type of stuff you get on a regular basis. It's not just all comedic value things. She actually dives into things as well. That's one of the reasons why I've watched her for years. I wish that I was able to see some of the stuff from her old channel, because baby, I didn't see all those, and it sounded like it was some real fun shit out there too. But
baby, she used to read folks up and down in that old channel.
Man.
But when she came from me, when she came forward, she was passionate, just like she passionate on the stuff that she's talking about now. That's one thing that's always drawn me to her. Her passion for when she gets behind something, she gets behind it, and she does it freely from her spirit. And what you see is what you get. And that's what a lot of people want to take, and they're going to misconstrue this. They're going to take and cut, chop, and screw it, and they're going to say all this kind of malice and stuff about that. But where are you on your platform taking and fighting a good fight? Where are you on your platform allowing, not only allowing people to talk about this, but to actually have open dialogue and discussion to know that it's something real? Where are you?
Agreed. So I'm just going to end it there, and I'm going to wrap up some things here, honey. I'm going to finish watching this, honey. I'm finna get in bed, honey, so I can get real relaxed, girl. Shayla, I'm loving this hair, girl.
I am too.
You know what? The ladies of the Maddie Mob look real nice. We do. Yes.
Yes, God. We represent well.
Girl, come on and give us that side profile. Come on. Yes.
Hold on, let me put it on the other side. It's a little bit more fancy.
Ooh, and the male's giving you life.
Yes.
We need a good old tutorial.
Another tutorial.
Good old tutorial. Ladies, I thank you guys for watching this with me, the beginning. I'm going to go watch the rest of it. I thank y'all for just the Maddie Mob showing up so we can get some content, put it out there, bring some more awareness to the channel too. Her channel, that is. Hell, mine too, but her channel, that is. But I just want to thank you for joining me. Just hold on one second, okay?
All right.
All right, ladies. So listen, y'all, this has been the Savon Experience, and thank you so much for joining as we took a look. We missed the show this morning. We're definitely watching it. All things black, honey. Maddie in the Morning on the T.S. Madison Hidden channel, and at channel as well as T.S. Madison TV. So go out there and subscribe. Don't forget to like and share, subscribe this video as well, and have an absolutely wonderful evening.